7 times to try to build a missile. First go into the cave to pick up the fallen droppings. He took more charcoal and took a picture. Pour it all into one shrouds for crushing. Then use a small knife, lightly high with little copper belly. Based on the rate of quitting termites, add feces that fall into the mixture. Then stir well. The bottom boy went straight into adhesive mixture. Finally, compacting the mixture into the tube. Just like that, the boy made out a pretty big rocket. He carried his new missile, crafting to the ceremony of missiles. This is an annual rocket contest in Laos. Bonuses of up to billions of VND. Who successfully launches a rocket are applauded. Whoever fails will be thrown into the pit of humiliation. When the boy wanted to shoot the arrow, fire of his own making, Grandma suddenly said, "Do you want to kill everyone here? You're really a black star." Everyone was suddenly stunned and confused. The bright boy is smart like this. Why do you call him the second star? When he had twins with him, he also had a younger brother, unfortunately died weakly. Twins represent the Aum, but in Laos, it was. Consider it a black thing, for to cover the eyes of the world. At night, Grandma wants to be silent. Bury both brothers. Lucky thanks to the protection of the mother. The boy is happy to play, survived until now. Fun to grow up, smart in, agility to learn. The village he lived in was also very peaceful. But that day, people in the village receive information from the government. Vietnam has a construction investment plan. One more hydroelectric dam here. Therefore, the whole village has to move up. In the higher mountains dwell the father who only wanted to bring a little low. Fixtures for easy travel. Fixtures for easy travel. Who would have expected? Jokes insist. And take them with you. My favorite lapping boat. The mother saw that her son could not bear to leave behind. Try your best for her husband. I took the whole boat with me. But move the boat up the mountain is not simple. They must bring a big buffalo. The pearl in front of the eyes of the rope came in and pulled. The whole house in the back pushed hard. The mountainside is troubled. So the work, this is extremely difficult. Everyone has to try their best to can push the boat up. The boy and his mother looked at each other. But suddenly the wire often breaks. The boat that made the mother go right on the spot. Father la, until they are extremely miserable. Grandmother again pointed to hand towards pleasure. You are really a star. You should have gone. With your brother. The death of his mother made him happy. You have suffered a lot of displeasure. Perhaps he will be guilty. This name for the rest of his life. Pleasure, sad music left. The mango that my mother left behind. He wanted the love of the land for his husband. Because it was a promise between him and Mom is going to be a sad mango. When arriving at the new resettlement area, happily going into the forest alone. Suddenly, a little girl on a tree. Attract your attention. The two children just met. The little girl with a mango. It turned out that the little girl was also the one who had orphaned her mother. Every day, I live with my father, a veteran. The boy's village is still very many bombs from the time of the American War. People in the village often use elephants to take bombs. A lot of people are also because of the bomb, and all the limbs are amputated. The little girl picked up a lower fruit. The earth is thrown into the air, and he used his cock to hit it. Then the little girl picked it up again. Then, another fruit is raised. This time, suddenly the father appeared to catch again. Mr. Vu dragged two children nestled behind a tree. Then, out of a big explosion, it turned out that the fruit just now was a ball bomb. The bombs dropped by the US are about to come back, called the abode of the keeping lake. When it explodes, it will shoot out hundreds. The marbles are like stones. This area is too dangerous for the children. Moreover, the fact that the boy is a fast twin, quickly being extruded throughout the village. Every day, his whole family has to suffer. The contempt of the villagers. There is no other way. Both houses had to move in. Another place to live? After a day of travel, finally they came to poor rural areas. However, when hearing the news, a stranger came to the village. The village chief immediately said that you can't stay here. The soil here is very dry and drought. No institution of additional land for those outside. 2 days later, there was a rocket festival. May God let the rain come down. You can donate here for 2 more days. Hearing that, he immediately laughed. I don't want to participate. If you win the contest, you will be able to, using the prize money, to buy land. Moreover, there will also be land to grow mangoes. But Mrs. Louis didn't bother. Looking at what, in his grandmother's eyes, he was forever. A person who brings bad luck. Without the support of family members, the boy decided to take it upon himself. Rocket manufacturing. He and the girl ran to the town to learn how to craft. The first is that there must be an explosion. Very quickly, the 2 children thought of a way. The little girl danced to attract people's attention, and the boy who is crying enough is sneaky. Take the life of the explosion in the back, got the explosion life, and then he went back to the theory. Obey your father to make a missile. But the father still disagrees. If you don't help, you will do it yourself. The boy chops down the tree, bamboo to make the body. Now there is only a shortage of explosives, is the most important ingredient. Suddenly, he remembered the place to call, is the abode of the keeping lake. So, he crossed a section, forests to prohibited areas, finally woke up to a fruit. Very big bomb on the photo. He couldn't poke the trap with a stick. Next article, a wire is usually. Try to remove the fuse, even threw it very hard with a band. But the bomb still has no strength. The boy gave up and left When the bomb explodes, when he woke up, his hand was still gloomy. See, the forest in front of you has become a mess. There was a little fear in his heart. Thousands of birds fell in fear of the explosion flying away. Made him come up with an idea. Who can help you at this time has? Maybe only her father. He immediately went straight to some countries. The cold startled him. Then he took wine and food and gave it to him. This man is former resistance soldiers. The manufacture of explosives, so to speak. Definitely very simple. He told you the part that fell can make explosives. Add to the image and charcoal can cause the rocket to fly up. But want to win this contest? Missiles not only have to fly high, but also beautiful. If you want to do so, you have to add more salt and copper powder into explosives. After the missile explodes, it will be released, display colorful rays of light. In his hand, he already had a small copper pipe, but the boy had to get him one. Wine bottles, when they can be exchanged. There is a formula for dealing with the boy first. The fairy went to find the fallen part. When I went outside, I saw him. I put the copper tube behind. He immediately got the copper pipe. Then take firewood to burn into charcoal. After burning the coal, put it into the pipe, covered it to make powder. He added liu xiang. At the same time, when the missile had begun, thousands of people pay money to participate in the festival. A lot of missiles are ready. They are taken to the launch pad one after another. Said it was a launch pad, but in fact, is to hold the missile by hand. At the beginning, something that had just flown up exploded. Some smoke forever and fly up. At the same time, the boy caught. The new head shaves the copper bar. Before doing the last one, he thought I should give it a try. Indeed, the first one is only smoke. He decided to give more photos. As a result, the second one immediately exploded. He immediately had to adjust the proportion of raw materials. Continued to the final test. He added some more urine into the mixture, hoping for a miracle. He carried the missile he had just made, created to the festival. And the festival has many names. Fire flies straight into the sky. But if there is a missile, it has just been lit. The fire exploded on the spot. Failure will be smashed by rockets. And the whole group was thrown water guns. Seeing that, the father, who was about to take his turn to shoot, suddenly a little worried. But for the sake of livelihood, he gritted his teeth and went up to the rocket launcher. Grandma Yu, who called him a lucky one. But due to being too stressed for the first time, the father gave up his hand too early, causing the fire lost control and crashed into the tendon house. Seeing my child fail, Grandma immediately cursed loudly, and the father was thrown into the water. Finally, the biggest rocket. The festival was present. Was the champion of the association when last year. Extremely large rocket. Right 5. The one who lifts up on the radio. Everyone below was surprised. They had never seen it before. Which missile is so big? When he lit it, it was instantly. The pulse flies straight into the sky. If there is an American plane flying over, must have been shot at them. This year's champion will definitely be. It's this group of people. The organizers have prepared a award statement. She was extremely disappointed. Suddenly, the boy shook the rocket forward. Now, the little girl saw this and smiled brightly. Enough to want to go to the shooting station, but stopped by the port guide because they are too young to shoot. The radio shoots too high and dangerous. The boy ran out of ways to ask for his father's help. While the father was still hesitating, Grandma tells people the boy is a star, only good at bringing bad luck for others. As a result, this boy would like to. No one bothered to help you anymore. The disappointed boy left into the forest when the rocket was about to fall on the father. Has taken all the courage to stop it. He decided to help his son fire this missile. After igniting the spark of the snow, the boy who was believed was also worried. Let my father run back. When the smoke is hazy, the father is determined not to let go of his hand. Come out as early as last time. The boy was worried for his father's safety. Immediately climbed up to the shooting platform and shouted, "Hurry up and let go of your hand." At this time, the father released. The rocket flew into the sky. The missile just flew upwards. In the dense smoke diving, lucky people. Father is still safe and sound. Rockets fly high up to blue clouds. Everyone applauded the boy. In the sky suddenly rang out, booming bang. The missile exploded into a beautiful works. Imagine, adding salt and copper dust has caused the colorful complaining sparks. Howls and explosions caused great pressure to form rain. The raindrops began to fall. People happily welcomed the rain. For the first time in a few months, the father lifted up his son. At this moment, the father complained proudly. Wise chief gives bonus money to you and promise. The boy can choose as he pleases. The land he liked in the village. The smoke of the bounty gives the prize to the father. But the grandmother immediately took it and put it in the hat. The boy at this time took out mango seeds are sprouting. It is the mango left by the mother. They finally had a place to stack it. The boy is no longer a black rising star with enough plastic. On the contrary, he also became a seamstress. Good luck for the whole villagers. The next movie is over. If you find it good, please post. Sign a channel to support me. Bye-bye.
If you love movies as much as we do, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow film fans, and drop your hot takes in the comments.